It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it. Right.
Classic song.
Classic.
Absolute classic. Let's do it. Are we live?
Don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Is that what you're
Think
saying?
we are live?
I think we probably are now.
It seems like we are.
Oh, we're live.
It's life, Jim. That's live.
I feel like we're live.
We're live. We're live, and we've got our new set. Look at our new amazing. This is our new podcast live set. How amazing is this?
It's amazing.
It is amazing. We worked night and day for literally weeks to create this set.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have we had any yet? There's 5 people watching.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
So get your thoughts in the comments. Ademola Lookman. Have we had any more confirmation on that yet? It looks like he's going to Leipzig.
He's going. Mola is out the door on his way to Leipzig. We'll have to obviously wait for the details, the finer details of the contract. Let's hope there's some kind of buyback or sell-on clause in there. But yeah, it looks like he's getting the move he's wanted for a while. And I wonder if he'll come out and say that. I wonder if he'll come out and say, this is the move I've wanted since I was here. Possibly. Not much to say on it really, just for the simple reason that obviously the manager doesn't want him because he's not lived up to his potential for us, has he? Let's be honest. And always looks like he's got a cob on, doesn't he? So I don't think he's as much as there's that fear that you're losing someone who's got loads of ability and all that. The reality is it's someone who doesn't really contribute to us, does he?
Well, he didn't play much last season. When he comes on, there are moments that you do get excited about, and you think this could be a real one for the future. Someone who's got a real talent, but he doesn't deliver enough. And I think for the manager, maybe getting 20 million in or so. I mean, I know. Listen, we paid like 12 million for him in the first place. So we're not making a massive profit on him, but we were making some profit on him. He's not happy, is he? He's not been happy for a while. He obviously wanted to go this time last year. He was denied that, and the club obviously feel that now that they've had time to maybe look around Europe, that they can bring a player in probably for around the same money, and a player who wants to be here.
Yeah, I mean, the fee is allegedly 25 million or something like that, isn't it? It's being reported. We'll have to wait and see exactly what it is, but for that we can get someone that either pays for someone who's doing more than he is at the moment, or it's a big down payment on someone who's someone like a Malk. I mean, Traore is one who's been mentioned, and his fees are allegedly around 25 million euros or whatever, so that's similar to Lookman, isn't it? So I just think for someone who's not really bothered, and the other thing is he's got 2 years left on a contract, so by now you're having to offer him a new contract, and if he's doesn't want to be here, there's no point keeping him. Let's
have a look in the comments. Evan Osborne says new set looks great, very clean, thank you. Phil McBoobs says, will you see a smile on his face at last
when he moves? I think so, mate. I think so, yeah.
George Horrocks Brennan says, lovely new setup, lads. Have you or are you making a Gomez t-shirt? We are in the process of getting a Gomez t-shirt designed. It's taken a little bit longer than we wanted it to, but the person who's designing it also designed the Bernard t-shirt, so we can't really say anything. We're leaving it to him. He's got very, very good ideas, and we're leaving it to him. Is everything okay? Is the stream okay? Is the sound okay? We think we've fixed the internet problem, so which is good. Valhalla Viking says, wow, this setup is fancy. Looks like Goodison's changing rooms. It is Goodison's changing rooms.
Of course it's Goodison.
We're in Goodison.
I mean, there's the pitch. They're literally there. Literally, we've got the little tunnel going to it. I mean, that was the view. That was what we were going for.
We're not in Goodison's changing room.
We're not. By the way,
we just thought we wanted to look, and we thought we wanted it. We got loads of shirts, and we thought we want to
display them.
Do something with the shirts, so that. And what's good about shirts is you can change them around for different subjects and things like that. Way to do it. We looked at Goodison's changes and thought that looks okay. So. Yeah, we've gone for it. This is a bit of a low-tech way of doing it. At first, we're going to do it properly.
We'll say we are, but we probably won't.
No, we'll just say we are, and then people will expect we are. So, and go.
I think it looks sound. I'm not going to lie.
No,
I think it looks sound. So yeah, and people obviously do as well. So that's all good, isn't it? So yeah, bye Mola. Bye Mola.
Get over. Comments actually on Patreon.
Probably.
Gary Ward says, howdy every day, Gary.
Hiya, Gaz.
You're becoming the new Steve Kelly.
He is. He said, is there any?
Carson Newbury says, what's up, guys? Carson, hello. He's new to Patreon. Lucas says, awesome new setup, guys. Love the retro kit. By the way, this isn't like a permanent fixture in terms of our set. We just wanted to have somewhere to do the live stuff. We're going to start doing proper podcasts as well, and for like the daily as well, the Everton News Daily. So we've got like quite a big room, and we only really use one corner of it, yeah. And it looks quite untidy when people come in. And we thought, you know what, got a good corner here where we can do some stuff in and make it look great. And I think if people come into our studio as well, they'll think, wow, professionalism, you guys. And that's exactly what they'd say.
That was what we were going for. That exact phrase.
Kane Forshaw says, saying Mola out the door on his way, what's being accepted then?
He's on his way to Red Bull Leipzig, basically.
Yeah.
Barring any last minute hitches, he's off ski where he wants to go. So fair play.
John Byrne says, love the new set.
Cheers, John.
Royal Blue says, would you be panicking if with a week to go to the transfer window we haven't secured most of our targets?
Not panicking, but we'd probably be a little bit nervous. But then saying that, we got Bernard, Zuma and Mina in the last 2 days of it, and Gomez, in the last couple of days of the transfer window last season, didn't we?
I think for me, some of those names though, the likes of Mina had been hanging around for a while, and it was very clear we were going after him. We knew Gomez was sort of was available, and there was but I mean, with about a week to go.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, if there's genuine names out there that we know we're going after, and it's not just like what we have nearly every day that I know we basically trade off, is all these names. But if there are Everton are genuinely attempting to get something done, like with Andre Gomez, where not saying we knew it was going to happen, but for a couple of weeks there, we knew it was absolutely signed and sealed. It's just a case of when. If there's a couple of those knocking them out, then I won't feel too bad. It's just at the moment everything just feels a little bit like, who are we after and what is happening?
It's gone a bit flat, hasn't it? And I think the other thing as well is because we haven't brought a new player in. You know, Gomez, it's brilliant, he's signed, he's ours, but because we haven't brought a new, I know Lersel came in as a goalie, and he's not our first choice goalie, so if we brought a new player in, higher up the pitch, I think people would be excited.
Royal Blue also says the Diego Costa link simply won't go away. It's bullshit, I think, but a lot of Blues see truth in it. Diego Costa seems to me like he wants to move somewhere, and I think his agent's just touting our name about. Maybe. I don't really think there's any.
Well, I think Everton were quite close to getting him when Koeman was here, before he went to Atletico Madrid. He's got the same agent. Probably thinks Everton would be interested. He's a good centre forward, isn't he? But his wages and his age doesn't fit. I mean, listen. If Everton got him, we'd all get behind him, of course we would, but I don't see it, personally.
Graham Price says, hi guys, love the new setup, you should put up the range of t-shirts, etc. we can buy. Well, they're all there for you to buy. I mean, we're always wearing them, we've got one today, we're always wearing them and stuff, so...
Well, we might throw the odd one up as well.
Yeah, no, what you should do is put a few up and use it to take some pictures.
As well, yeah.
That's
idea,
good.
yeah.
Phil Macboobs, hang on, J Mac says the setup is missing some blue cladding. Well, if we can get our hands on some, we'll use it. Phil says, is Luchman going to be upset? Is he going to upset everyone by turning into a player, or is he just going to end up having a meh career after leaving Goodison like most players do?
I don't know. I think he'll do well, because I think he liked it over there, and it's a little bit slower, and I think it'll suit his start. The big problem for me with Ademola Lookman is he's got to find a position and nail it down. I don't know what his best position is.
I think for me, he has to move though if he's going to have any kind of career.
Yeah.
I don't think staying at Everton is going to benefit him. I really don't. And sometimes it's sad that when you say that, but you know what? I've said this loads of times. Big clubs put buyback clauses and things like that into contracts, or sell on fees and all the rest of it. We've got to do something like that. Maybe we'll do something like that with Luckman, not sell on fee. Can't see a buyback, but maybe a sell on. Michael says, nice set. Nailed the changing room look. Good. That's what we were.
That's what we were after.
George Horrocks says, how much would you sell Garner for? Who would you bring in as a replacement?
35 million and Ibrahim Sangari.
Okay. Valhalla Vikings says, how much do you think we can generate from sales? Vlasic, Onyekuru, Ademola Lookman would be near 55 to 60, which is a good offset for us to go and make signings with some financial freedom.
Yeah, agreed. Well, we got what did we get? 15 for Vlasic, wasn't it? 23, 24 for Lookman, so that's 40. Near enough.
Onyekuru 12, wouldn't he?
I think it'd be more.
Okay.
And we're trying to get more for him, so if you got 15, we should be trying to get 20 million for Onyekuru. There shouldn't be any reason why we couldn't.
Yeah.
But you're right, that'd be 50, 60 million pounds, so that'd be decent coming in. Obviously there's James McCarthy in there as well, I think we'll sell. So
Cumberland Toffee says Lookman was a Steve Walsh signing, initial fee around 7.5 million, good return if we go for 20. Same with Garner, bought for 7 million.
Yeah, because I mean Lookman, it was 7.5 rising to 11, wasn't it? But he hasn't hit hardly any of those markers. So yeah, you're right, Mark.
G Holderness says, all right lads, what would you do with Joe Williams?
Have a good look at him. I'd play him in most games in this pre-season, see what he's got. He seems to have a little bit about him, but that was against the Kenyan side. Let's see what he. What I mean is it's the first game, so let's see what he's like and what he's like when he's with his first team players. More importantly, can he knit together with them? Because he did a decent job the other day. He's physically a good size as well. So I don't know. Squad player maybe.
Definitely. Simon Rouse says, evening lads. I love the fact that I get the feeling with the amount of players going on loan we're about to sign someone. I think what it is I think they just don't want to pay the airfares. I think I'm going to mention Kane in a minute, but it's like that. This is now the week to sort the wheat from the chaff, isn't it? Who's going where? Who's going out the club? Who's going with the first team? Who's going on with the under-23s? This is now the time to get that sorted, and that allows spaces in for players to come into the club. Everyone needs to know where they're going to be going into the pre-season. Carson says, love the new set, and what's your favourite Everton game in the last 3 years?
Oh, the Man United
game
last season, because of the result, but also because the way we played. Sorry, I'm not being ignorant. I'm trying to sort out taking me lads of footy, so I'm going to have to run in a minute. But secondly, I was just seeing if Everton had listed who's travelled to Switzerland.
Kevin
Morales is there.
Kevin Morales is gone.
So the other day when you were all jumping on.
These weren't.
Oh no,
these are the Patriots.
Yeah, you went. Sorry.
These weren't.
All over Twitter, the RLITKs he'd sold and all.
Kane says, couldn't agree more with me on the Sion preview that the likes of Nias going to the under-23s to train and Hornby with the first team. We should be sending players who haven't got a future with us with the under-23s and sending a few kids to Switzerland.
Well, I agreed with you, but I also said we've got an obligation to those players who are under contract to get them fit, and that's my Morales.
Kane, you need to convince Baz to come on the coach to Switzerland with me. He won't have it. I keep on telling him.
You can fly me home. I will.
Keep on telling him, It's the future.
The likes in the ask will always go because we haven't got many strikers. We haven't got anyone there really other than Hornby, have we?
Yeah, but it's a friendly. Who cares? Doesn't matter.
They'll still take him. He's under contract, so you've got to get him fit.
Get rid of him. Bernadette says, love the new chef. Favourite shirt is Rideouts. Yes, it's amazing. What else is going on?
Go on, I've got a few more minutes.
Alright. J Max says, thoughts on Morgan Feeney not going to Switzerland?
Has he not gone? I mean,
I've got a list.
I've just been looking for the list then.
But who we got centre half wise?
I asked me
who's
to
going.
send me the list.
So, Keane, Holgate, is Gibson going? Because we've been in here all afternoon, to be honest. We've been working, and we've been getting this sorted. So,
Everton haven't. It's not on Everton's website.
Where's that come from? That he hasn't gone.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I haven't been on Twitter or anything. It's just from the pictures from Liverpool Airport. Valhalla Viking says no reason Williams couldn't come in and do a similar subs job to Schneiderlin. Obviously not as defensive minded, but he is a neat and tidy on the ball and athletic. Also made up that bowler's gone to Hull. Lad is something you can't really teach when he's running at and past defenders. Good manager. And club Feeney is in Spain.
Yeah, I was going to say we're playing the game tonight, and he's playing for the 23s.
Nice one for that.
Yeah,
we've just been doing shows back to back, getting this ready.
In fact, we got beat 1-0 by Swindon Town.
Okay.
First team.
Nice
so
one.
Feeney played.
Okay,
there you go. But Gibson didn't. So I'm guessing Lewis Gibson may have gone with the.
So who played?
The first team.
Who played?
No one of any note.
So
I'll tell you who played.
Go on.
Right, Hansen in goal, the American kid who just signed. Kyle John right back. Matty Foles, Morgan Feeney, Anderson, Denny Markello, so he hasn't gone. Gordon, Hunt, Evans, and Ellis Sims.
Well, that's good because that's quite a young side, and maybe they're going to give Morgan Feeney another year in the under 23s because he is only young and he was injured as well last year. So maybe they're going to give him one more year, and maybe he can be one more year, and also like a backup.
I think he might go on loan. If he doesn't go on loan. Now he may go on loan for the second half of the season, like the way Holgate did and Anthony Evans did last season. So interesting.
Well, maybe they won't send them quite yet because Mina's not back, and we don't know Zuma yet. Yeah. Maybe when Zuma's, we'll know. Gary Ward, I thought the ghost of Kevin Morales would forever haunt the bottom of our roster. Simon Rouse, PSG supposedly bid 30 million for Ghana today. I thought they'd cooled interest and hope it's just paper trash. Well, no, they want him, but Everton are saying they want more, apparently. So, and also, Everton would have to replace him, and we have to replace him in the next 4 weeks. So it's not, it's a seller's market. It's a seller's market now.
I'm not going to sell him for less than what we think he's worth, are we? So
James Hardwick, Feeney has been played in the under 23s today. LA Walkway, Ghana, with a sort of thingy face. What's that all about? Let me know.
That's a sad fate. Well, obviously that's probably because of the PSG stuff.
David Ellington, hello lads, not watched for a while in Anglesey with my feet up, so thought I'd switch on. Didn't I say Morales would probably still be here and playing pre-season?
You did, Dave. Why haven't you watched for a while?
He's been working. Gone back to work.
I know, but I still expect him to watch. At some stage. I mean, you're either committed or you're not, David. That's all I'm saying. Right, I have to go, people. Apologies. On a Thursday, we really need to get our stuff.
What were we doing this?
We were doing this today. That's the reason. I am going to go. Love you all. Thank you very much. Speak to you
all right, mate. Baz, the coach is the future. We provide the best parties. He said the coach is the best parties.
Cheers, Kane. Are you going?
He's flying to Germany, I think.
Exactly.
I don't know what he's doing.
He's away.
Okay. Carson says, any news on the American left back Robinson? Well, he played on Sunday, and we don't know what he's doing yet. Whether he's going to go out on loan. So keep hitting me up with questions. I'm trying to find out what's going on in the world at the same time I'm trying to do this. LA Walkway says feeling negative, think it's inevitable he'll go. Why do you feel it's inevitable he'll go? What, he's playing in the African nations, and Everton will only sell for a big price, and so far PSG haven't come in at that price. And the thing about him, if he gets to the final, which is what, a week Sunday is the final. He says, you know, then he gets a couple of weeks off. He's not going to come back to pre-season till a week before the season, so Everton just need to know what's going on, really. At the moment, I'm pretty open-minded about it. If Everton can get a play, if Everton know what his situation is and can bring someone in, then I don't really have a problem. But we'll have to wait and see. David Emerton says, I won't ditch my patron, you my full support. Cheers, Dave. That's all we want. Valhalla says, why have Everton been so quiet on the media front this pre-season? Really weird. Last season there was videos nearly every day. This pre-season, nothing. I don't know. I don't know is the answer. I hope we are filling the void, but no, I don't know. If I was in charge, I'd have videos out every single day with players and the management. Ultimately, it comes down to the manager, though. He gives the media team. He'll tell them how much time they can have with the players. For me, I'd have a player in the studio every single day. Get them. They're at Finch Farm. Get them in the studio. It might ramp up next week when they're away and they're all together and they have more time because they're always there. But I'd grab them for 15 minutes. Do live shows, live Q&As. Dead easy to do. I mean, we prove that every day when we've got the internet. But it seems to have held pretty strong today. Simon says, James Aldrich, anyone going to Wigan? James says, I think there's a lot of people going to Wigan. Simon Rouse says, would you be prepared to swap players if Garner is to go? Realistic ones though. From PSG. Oof. I don't know. There's a lot of good players there, but I don't know. Some of them will probably feel like they're a bit bigger than we are. Mounier, but 27, right back. I don't know. I'd rather just have the money. And then we can go and do what we want with the money. To be honest, if they offered us 40 million for a 30-year-old centre midfielder, and we could go and buy a 22, 23-year-old. I mean, is that the worst deal in the world? I don't think so. So we'll wait and see on that one. What else is going on? LA Walkway, who can replace his quality? Idrissa Gana Gueye. Well, he's 30. At some point in the next few years, we're gonna have to replace him anyway. There are players out there who've got the energy of him and are good footballers. Maybe they don't have the experience, but that's something we're gonna have to deal with in the short term. He's a good player. He's attracting a top club. I'd rather have good players that are attracting top clubs than not have good players. You know, Manala's floating around as well. The Lizard can't stand him. I think he'll go at some point. I think he'll go back to Belgium, and I think they're just playing a little bit of hardball over that situation. Sorry, just refreshing Patreon. What's going on? Let's see. Adam Galloway says, I love Brands, but do you think the transfer strategy last season was potentially risky? I mean, if you look what the squad would have been without deadline day, we could have been in a very different position. Maybe sometimes just paying fractionally more is worth it. But deadline day happened and we did get those players in. Now the job this year is to get those players in earlier. But clubs will always get rid of their players, especially, you know, we did the transfer show before with some at Barcelona and Real Madrid, and how the wheels just don't seem to be turning because no one wants to take their players. As that deadline gets closer to the season starting, players will start moving because clubs will start panicking, want them off the wage bill. Players may accept less terms by moving as well because they want to play football. So we'll wait and see. You know, there's still 4 weeks to go. And who's to say at the moment we aren't doing a couple of deals behind the scenes that we'll have in a week, and they've took maybe 3 or 4 weeks to do, and we're now at the latter stages. Doesn't mean they're not happening about just because you're not hearing about them. Everton are very good. Valhalla Viking says sell Guy for 30 million and sign Sangar for 20. We'd have to replace Garner in the next few seasons anyway. We'd never get 30 million for him again. That's the question mark, isn't it? If you can get good money for Garner and you can replace him, you know, as you just said there, it's one of two things this season or this summer. If we don't sell Garner, we're going to have to offer them a new contract. We're going to have to. Simple as that. So, would we get the benefit of that contract? Because if he doesn't go to Paris Saint-Germain, he's going to want a better contract. Well, he's nearly 30 or 30. So, his contract will be better. He'll become one of the highest earners at Everton. That's another thing you've got to factor into it. LA Walkway, the Piv loves Sangaeri, doesn't he? Yeah. And if the Piv loves someone, then they must be good players, apparently. Back over to Patreon. This is the annoying thing about the way this thing works, is that because so many of you watch on YouTube, because obviously you've got handheld devices, I have to switch between the two of them. It's annoying. Simon says, any news on when the second and third kits are coming out? The away kit will be unveiled, I believe, at the end of the month, and the third kit will be early in August. So, because we're gonna wear the away kit, aren't we, for Palace? I imagine, because it's salmon pink, and the third, which is supposed to be navy blue or midnight blue. I don't even know when we'd wear that, but maybe if we get drawn away in the League Cup or something. But yeah, so the away kit will be at the end of the month. Anything else? Nothing going on YouTube, and I'll just refresh Patreon. Carson says, which players do you think the club will let go for a free? I don't think they'll let any of them go for free. They'll just try and do deals that are beneficial. So maybe the likes of Morales could go on loan for the season, last year of his contract. Maybe get a couple of million or £1 million out of that, and his wages are paid by whoever he goes to. I can't see anyone. Martina, maybe. Simon Rouse, I think we've got the best chance to break the top 6. Chelsea in transition and with experienced manager. Man United in transition with an unexperienced manager, and Arsenal supposedly only have 40 million. And also, I tell you why the top 6 I think could be broken up this year as well. Is that teams like Leicester and Wolves, and maybe West Ham, if they get a centre forward, they'll take more points off the top 6, I think, this year. And I think, and obviously we took a lot off them towards the end of the season. I think that's what could do it, personally. So but we'll have to wait and see. I think Leicester have done alright so far. Wolves have been quite quiet, but they've already got a lot of good players anyway. But they have to buy just for the Europa League, which I think they'll start next couple of weeks, won't they? James Hardwick says, have you seen a sneak peek of the new stadium? I honestly haven't. We haven't. We're hopefully going in a day or two before it gets unveiled, just to be prepped on it like we always do. We always go in and they prep us on anything that's going to be unveiled, basically, so we can do their job for them. We can answer people's questions and things like that. So hopefully we'll see it around the 24th, 25th, I imagine. Lucas, if we sold Garner, could we go out and get Wilfred and Diddy? I don't know. I honestly hope that we already know about Garner and we're trying to find a replacement. Simple as that. Because if we haven't, we're up shit street. Steve Donahue, will you and Baz get to see an early look at the stadium. Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see. Well, as I said, then we'll go in and we'll see like a model of it and stuff, and get all the stuff beforehand. Hopefully, anyway. Valhalla Viking says opinion on Steve Bruce to Newcastle and their takeover. Well, the takeover was some fella in a box room, wasn't it? And Steve Bruce going there. I think Steve Bruce going there is them cutting their cloth accordingly. They're in for a relegation fight this year, I think. And they're just bringing someone in to do that. They've just got a terrible owner. It's as simple as that. I think they'll be in and around the relegation. Terry Mack says split screen to save refresh and Payton. I have to refresh Payton anyway because it doesn't refresh with new comments, unfortunately. So I have to keep on refreshing it anyway, which takes a minute because all my internet's tied up in getting this out live. Right, anyway, I am going to call it a day there. Thank you for all the comments. The stream held, we've sorted that out. The sound was good because the stream was good, and I'm glad you all like the set and understand the inspiration that has gone into creating it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back Monday. The transfer show will be out tomorrow, and a couple of other bits AOB tomorrow as well. So thank you for watching. Enjoy watching Sion or going to Sion if you're going. I'll see you later.